It's like I've been smooth for so long, I'm trying to get rough. Buffing my nails, dog, I'm trying to get buff. Shaping my beard up, I'm like...
Madden football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Niners and the Chiefs, and it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs taking on the NFC champions, the San Francisco 49ers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we don't like to throw around the word dynasty loosely, but for the Chiefs, it applies. I mean, they're looking for their third title now in 5 years.
And with the way this league is configured now, it absolutely applies. I think you're totally on target. Remember, they lost a Super Bowl in there too. So to be back for the fourth time in 5 years in today's NFL, that's pretty incredible.
Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they were one of the heavy favorites to win the NFC, and they were able to get it done, and now they look for that elusive sixth Super Bowl title.
Remember, after going 5-0 in their first 5 appearances here, they've lost 2 straight. Super Bowl 47 to the Ravens in New Orleans and Super Bowl 54 to Kansas City in Miami. They'd love to start another streak like they had in the 80s when they won 4 Super Bowl titles.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. Leading them out, someone who took the league by storm last year is the most famous Mr. Irrelevant ever. From Iowa State, it's Brock Purdy.
And there are a lot of quarterbacks who had terrific careers. Think about guys like Phillip Rivers, Randall Cunningham, Dan Fouts, Warren Moon. But they never got to a Super Bowl. Yet here he is in his second NFL season, already getting his chance. We harken back to Dan Marino, another superstar, made it in his second year, lost the game, and never made it back again.
It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play, second down.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. But, Charles, you think about their impressive record, and then you look on the screen and see some of these injuries. That makes what they've done all that more impressive.
And when one of their starters or one of their key guys can't play, they miss him, but they just say, get well. We'll hold the fort until you get back, and the next person steps up into that void. This team has done a nice job all year long. No excuses, just performance.
It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as they'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his fourth down call.
On fourth down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowski to punt the football. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Mahomes to throw on second down. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. And, Charles, one of the big stories this week, the head coach of this offense seeking his third Super Bowl title. He is no stranger to the big game.
He's not a stranger to it at all. In fact, I think he's very comfortable with the stage that is the Super Bowl. We know it hasn't all been roses for him because he's had a share of disappointments. But just when we write him off, his guys always seem to deliver. And here he is now with a chance to make history and be one of just a handful of coaches with 3 Super Bowl rings. That's impressive.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball.
Touchdown! Travis Kelce from 19 yards away. And the Chiefs are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. His kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it culminates in a Travis Kelce touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. They're on the stop with Leo Chanel.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Throwing here, Purdy. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up the first down.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9. Purdy. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. Third down and 1. That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this. 7-0 is our score. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back and ready to go for the second quarter of the Super Bowl. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, as always, thrilled to be with you. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Here's Hardman to return. That'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack, and I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one, but occasionally the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly, maybe someone tipped it off, but on that play, it had no chance.
Now Patrick going to change the play. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Chase Young With a big-time sack on third down, it's a loss of 7.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Purdy's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Purdy's throw there, taken in by Kittle. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up 2nd down. Again, it's Purdy to throw it. And his throw here is incomplete. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Here's Purdy. And this is going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And now turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission. Following the fumble recovery, Purdy. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. George Karlaftis able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Purdy now on 2nd down. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw out wide is incomplete. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Chiefs going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. 19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Holding offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Again, it's Pacheco. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. We were treated to an excellent first half from the gunslinger, Patrick Mahomes. He has a touchdown pass, and that amounted to the only touchdown of the game for either team thus far. Both teams making their final adjustments of the season during this long halftime break. Who will claim the Lombardi Trophy? To find out, we go back to Brandon and Charles in Vegas for the second half of Super Bowl 58.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Here's Mecole Hardman. This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. And the return will stop right around the 25. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Shotgun now with Purdy. That's complete to the tight end Werner. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. Purdy looking to throw. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. A handoff from Mitchell running left. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Elijah Mitchell taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Niners have regained the lead in the second half of this Super Bowl.
And maybe that's the magic touch right there. They didn't use him at all in the first half, at least running the football. But here they entrust him with some work down in the red zone, and he responds. 1 carry, 1 touchdown.
Purdy and the Niner offense, they'll stay on the field. They'll try to go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well.
This game is fucking trash, bro. I don't know why you gonna play this fucking shit.
Really
Shit
is.
getting
I don't know
deleted
how
right
much
after this game.
that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part
That shit
of
was
everyone's
fucking out
strategy
anyway.
now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit...
Won't let me fucking challenge the play. They fucking... I got a fumble with Patrick Mahomes. They showed the replay. This fucking nigga was already on the fucking ground. Ball didn't go out his hand until this nigga's back was on the fucking ground. But I can't challenge it, and they ain't want to challenge it, bro. This shit some bullshit. This game is fucking garbage.
He's talking about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
This taken in at the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. KC's offense ready to take over. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And he'll be brought down right on the 50, a gain of 3. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he's fortunate on that one.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Purdy.
I'm fucking pressing triangle, bro. What the fuck?
And brought down, but not before they're inside.
This stream might get ended soon, bro.
15 for the Niners.
This stream might get ended sooner than fucking later, bro. I'm pressing fucking triangle and I can't go up for a fucking pick. Shit right the fuck there, bro. Fuck this shitty ass game.
Right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. Here's a 2nd and 8. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there. And now it's 4th down. So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep at it.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Mecole Hardman. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Call that a 96-yard house call on the kick return. And the Chiefs are back within a score. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns. If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Back to throw. Purdy. Got a man. That's Ayuk. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Purdy bootlegging it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
No, he just fucking held on and caught that bullshit, man. This shit.
We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium in Super Bowl 58. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Folks, welcome back to the biggest stage in sports, the Super Bowl, and now we get down to the good stuff, the 4th and final quarter. On first down, this is McCaffrey, and able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Purdy. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. And this offense on third down today, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 2. Purdy now to throw off the play action. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 26. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 26-yard line. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now Purdy. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Chris Jones breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Under pressure, and they got to him again. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And we're at the time in the Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Now 2nd and 4. Now Mahomes. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. What a Super Bowl it's been to this point. Now a critical 3rd down here. Now Mahomes going to shift him around. Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And he will have a Chiefs first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now they'll audible to something else. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Now 2nd down and a few inches. Mahomes to throw it. Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Here's 1st and 10. Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Mahomes will throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Here's Mahomes. He'll drop this off to Pacheco. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Mahomes. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now 1st and goal. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep as they go instead with Pacheco. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, but they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Purdy to throw. Oh, a great grab by Kittle. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
What the fuck?
Route catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
And the Kansas City Chiefs are the Super Bowl champions. The Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
That kick return right there was clutch. Then that last drive, they had to punt that bitch. That last drive, down 3. I knew I was going to at least kick a field goal, but I'm like, I definitely can score. The audibles was going crazy. But yeah, apparently Madden thinks this script was supposed to be for the 49ers to win, but you know, sometimes you gotta fight against the script, do what you gotta do. But yeah, until next stream, see y'all next time.